What's up, fellas? All right, so I had a patron supporter that wanted to know, man, can you get a woman who has low initial attraction obsessed with you? All right, so a lot of you guys are familiar that I talk about when I first, started learning the game. One of the main things that I wanted to fix was why I couldn't keep a lot of the women that I really wanted, the women that I saw as 9s and 10s. I could fuck them, but I just couldn't keep them. I talk about that, and I tell you guys that I would validate them and I would treat them different, and that's why I don't validate. And that came from a premise of I would never validate the women that I saw as 6s, 7s, and 8s, right? I would never validate them because my attraction level wasn't high enough to validate them. And consequently, they would be blowing up my fucking phone wondering, hey, when I'm gonna see you again, all this type of bullshit. And the women that I saw as 9s and the 10s, I couldn't keep them because I did the total opposite of what I was doing with the 7s and 8s, all right? But there's another thing that I don't really talk a whole lot about, but I'm finna talk about it on this, is I also had a hard time keeping the women who had high initial interest in me attracted. All right, crazy. So if somebody got crazy high initial interest in you, what does that mean? It's gonna be 99% physical, all right, or status, all right. So maybe you're real popular or something like that, but it's gonna be something superficial, all right. So, well, I don't talk about this, but I'm glad the guy brought this up because it's making me talk about it. I used to have a hard time keeping women that had crazy high initial interest in me, keeping them interested. You know why? I figured out that the reason I was having that struggle keeping women who had crazy high initial interest in me was I would relax on the charm and seduction and rely totally on my looks. All right, because if she's showing me crazy high initial interest in me, game over. I got it in the bag. This bitch want me bad. And maybe I can fuck, right? Because if a woman sees you as a 9 or a 10, unless you're a complete, fuck up, you still usually can fuck because you probably fuck on the first or second date at the latest if you do everything right. You could probably even the first date if you do everything right. But the typical good girl probably might even still make you wait, or quote unquote good girl. Y'all know what I mean by that. That means that she wants you to respect her, right? All right. So, but I would fuck those up also because I wouldn't still do the charm and seduction, guys. So if you don't take nothing else from this video, understand this right here. All right. Intrinsic characteristics or values is always going to be superficial characteristics. Superficial characteristics are your clothes, your body, your looks, your car, shit like that. Those are good to attract women. They attract women. I ain't no lying about that. When you meet a woman, when a woman see you, she don't know what your charm looking like. When a woman see you in the club, she he look charming. Nobody know what the fuck your charm look like. Don't no woman see your ass in the mall and be like, ooh, I bet he's a good seducer. All right? Don't nobody know that. And the same go for you guys. When you look at a woman, it's pure physical. Oh, she look good. Now maybe she got a feminine personality and you catch feelings for her later and shit, but when you first meet her, it's purely physical. The same goes for a woman, all right? The way you dress. Now with women, when I say physical, it's not all about your looks. A lot of with women, it's your swag, the way you dress, the way you walk, all that part. Is not just, his face look good, all right? That's part of it, but women, when they physical go into it, they take a lot more into account with it, all right? Your body, your clothes, the way you walk, is your cornball. All that's part of your swag. All right. Do you talk a lot? A woman will sit back and watch your ass and say, that motherfucker there, he can't stop laughing. All that every time I look at that motherfucker, all I see is his goddamn teeth. All right. So all that go with it. But those do not beat the intrinsic values. All right. So if you gonna get a woman obsessed with you, you're gonna have to do it with intrinsic values. All right. You never gonna get a woman obsessed with you by the way you look. I'm telling you that shit right now. All right. A woman will be goddamn bubbly and have all high interest, think this motherfucker fine. And you'll know by the end of the day, she barely want to hug your ass because you're a fucking cornball. You're a fucking swell. All right. So if you want to get a woman obsessed with you, you're gonna have to do it intrinsic. Now, the reason I say this is that's when I bring my A game. When a woman ain't doing backward flips for me on the first date and shit like that, when I look at a woman and I can tell her interest in me is like a 6 or a 7, and which is not bad, by the way, guys. That's not bad, you know. That means that she ain't easily physically, you ain't knocking her shoe. Everybody got their type. I got my type. I prefer thick women. That don't mean that I won't fuck a woman that's 130 pounds, but I prefer a woman that's 5'9", 180, shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle. That's my preference. But if I was to go on a date with a woman that was 5'9", 140, that's a little slender version, right? I just won't be crazy, you know, overly, you know, crazy with her, attraction level with her, but I still a fuck. All right, so that means that, yeah, I'll fuck her, but I ain't crazy high initial interest. All right, so that's the same thing with us. A woman might see you and you might just be a 6 to her, and that's fine. We got other characteristics, so I don't never get butthurt when I show up on a date and I can tell a woman ain't doing cartwheels and backward flips for me. That's fine. That means that maybe I'm not her prototypical type physically, 100% of what she want physically. That's fine, guy. Everybody got their fucking type. Maybe she prefer men with dreads, all right, but I'm cute enough, all right. So on that date, when I see a woman that's not doing that, that's when I really lay on the masculine frame, the charm, the seduction, all that. I don't tend to do I do it now because I know better. I know better. I don't get complacent. And I don't want you guys to get complacent. When you go on these dates and you see women have crazy high initial interest in you, please understand you can lose that by the end of that fucking date if you ain't on your A game, if you ain't bringing the charm, the seduction, the conversation skills. Don't get complacent. All right. So this is usually, especially back in my day, usually a woman that saw me as a 6 or a 7, this is usually the woman that I could get obsessed with me. I usually back in the day couldn't get a woman with high initial interest in me because I would rely more on my superficial characteristics more than intrinsic characteristics. And it takes the intrinsic characteristics to get a woman obsessed with you. You're not going to do it with looks. You're not going to do it with the way you dress. That's just for attraction. That attracts. You know, getting on your purpose and building yourself up and hitting the gym, all that does is get you dates. It won't get you no ass. You can go get a fucking 15 pack, all right, in a fucking Bugatti. And I'm telling you right now, it'll get you dates, but it won't get you no ass. All right, you still gonna have to bring the charm and shit like that, guys. All right, so that's the thing. That usually when one woman see me as a 6 or 7, those are usually when I bring my A game and get them obsessed with me. All right. So the whole point of this, guys, is I don't want you to get complacent on your looks and shit like that. You still have to bring this charm and seduction. All right. And I had another patron supporter that wanted to know what to say when a girl asks you when was your last relationship and how long was your last relationship. All right. So guys, I tell you guys, it's 2 type of girls that you gonna date: casually dating women and relationship type women, or the women that were dating with a purpose. You know, y'all heard that phrase, "dumb dating with a purpose." Yeah, purpose of trying to trap some dude into marrying her ass. That's what that mean, guys. So if you run across one of these relationship girls, you always gonna hear these type of questions. All right, you're gonna hear these type of questions. That means she's actively dating, looking for a relationship. And some of these relationship type questions they gonna ask is, these are gonna be the women that want to know about your goals and shit like that. You usually, when you out with a woman that's casually dating, they kind of ask questions that's on the surface that really don't mean a whole bunch of nothing because she just casually dating. So these are the type of women that you really gonna carry on these, you know, light-hearted, light conversations. You know, you go to the Knicks game, shit like that, sports, you like to travel. And the relationship girls, they tend to ask more of these deep questions that every time they ask a question, you like, uh-oh, what did I say here? All right, so me dealing with these girls, the thing with these girls here, guys, is the worst thing you can say. Now, you always want to tell them the truth, right? I always want to tell them the truth. Only thing I don't tell a woman is that I'm not open to a relationship, but I always would tell them the truth. So the last time I've been in like a quote unquote relationship, been a few years, so I tell a woman that, but I let her know that it's just because I haven't met the right person yet. All right, it's not that I'm not closed off to a relationship. I just ain't met the right one yet, baby. You know, and and I always say I'm happy with my life. So unless I see a woman can bring some value to my life, I just choose to stay single. When you say that, guys, you raise value. What you're saying is, I'm not opposed to a relationship, but I'm content and I'm happy with my life as is. A lot of guys want to jump in relationships to complete them. They're lonely and they're looking for a girlfriend, which is why these type of guys tend to stay single, by the way, because a woman can pick up on that, and these guys tend to ask relationship type questions on a date. All right, you don't never ask relationship type questions on a date. You gonna scare every fucking girl off. Even a relationship girl gonna get turned off by that dude. Cause even though she's looking for a relationship, she want a guy that she felt like she had to choose. All right, she had to put her bid in. She don't want a guy that's actively looking for a relationship. That means that you're not complete. That means that you're probably not happy in your life as is. And when you meet these type of guys, these are the guys that be needy in relationships. Every fucking woman knows that. He's gonna be needy in a relationship. That's why he's looking for a relationship, because he's fucking lonely. All right. So, but when a woman asks these questions, guys, you actually build value answering it that way, because she knows that you're happy and you're whole, complete as is. All right. So I'm not opposed to a relationship. I just don't jump into things. All right, guys. If you say some shit like my last relationship like 3 months ago or 4 months ago, that's actually the worst thing, because now she's thinking like, oh, you and your ex might get back together, and now I might be the rebound chick. All right. When I used to do relationships, this what would happen with me and my girlfriend. We would get back 3 months later, 2 months later, whatever. I done went out, started dating other girls, just cut them off cold turkey when me and my ex got back together. I think every woman had dealt with some dude like that. Well, him and his ex was on a break. They got back together, and next thing you know, you don't hear from that motherfucker no more. So that's every woman's, the relationship's woman's worst nightmare. She don't want to meet a dude like that that's probably on the fucking rebound. So that's the worst thing you can say. But if it's the honest truth, then just tell her that's what it is or whatever. But, you don't plan on getting back together. The reason why I don't want y'all guys lying about shit like this, because you can't remember what you said. It ain't that I'm taking a high moral ground or nothing like that. It's that when y'all guys start telling these, stupid lies for no fucking reason, you can't remember what the fuck you said. So if you and that girl going good, and 2 weeks, 3 weeks later, it comes up again, and you don't remember if you told her 6 months or 3 months. That's why I don't want you guys lying. That's why I don't tell you guys to lie. The only thing I ever tell you guys to say is you're open to a relationship. That's it. Even all my red pill brothers over here, that's the only thing I've ever told you guys to say. That, yeah, I'm open to a relationship. I just don't want to rush into things. Telling a woman a lie on anything else is just stupid, because you ain't going to remember what the fuck you said. And then when you start lying, lies start getting compounded, and you got to remember what that lie you told, and remember that lie, and now you don't know what the fuck you said. I don't know if I said 8 months, 2 months. I don't know what the fuck I said. That's why I don't want you guys lying. So it ain't that I'm on my soapbox over here. I just know you ain't gonna remember what the fuck you said. You ain't gonna remember what you said to this girl. If all you guys who got rotations, why I don't want you lying, you dating, let's just say a light rotation. Let's say you got 3 girls, right? Let's say you're on your purpose and you fuck around with the chicks on the weekend. You got 3 girls. You ain't gonna remember, I told her this, I told her that. Did I tell her 2 months? Did I tell her my last? You ain't gonna remember shit. All right, so that's why I say just tell the truth. That way the truth is easier to remember. All right, guys? But always tell a woman the truth. Understand that this is a relationship type girl. That's fine. We fuck them bitches too. We fuck them too, guys. All right? That's the thing with that, guys. Just haven't met the right one yet, baby. So, that she's trying to find out, because y'all guys got to understand, there's a lot of guys out here that just dating. Ain't with no mindset on looking for a relationship. And I'm going to tell y'all guys something. The true high value males like me, relationships happen upon me. I don't look for relationships. All right, I told you guys I'm not 100% opposed to getting in a relationship, but it's gonna take a hell of a girl. If I meet a bad chick that make a shitload of money, more money than me, and very feminine and very submissive, I am not opposed to a fucking relationship. I just know that's gonna be hard to me. All right, that's the thing. I'm happy. I'm happy. It's not I just hate relationships. I'm not getting married, right? I'm not getting married, and I'm not gonna live with a woman. But I'm not opposed to if I meet a girl that makes, you know, she's one of these Fortune 500 girls, and she's sexy as fuck and very fucking feminine, and I enjoy her company. I'm not opposed to, you know, being in a relationship with her. I won't marry her, but I'm not opposed to being in a relationship with a girl like that right there. But it'll have to happen upon me. I'm not looking for it. So the high value males, we complete. I don't need a woman to complete me. I'm complete as is. So unless God finds it is hard to send me the perfect type of woman for me in my way, I will stay fucking single to the day I fucking die. All right, that's the way that works, guys. So I'm, you know, he been hurt, and y'all, he been hurt. He got his heart broken, and I just became complete as is. That's all. That's the only thing changed. The day I got on my purpose, the day I became a trainer at the gym, that became my life. A woman no longer complete. Actually, that actually became years before that. Actually, long before I even got on my purpose. Actually, man, became, you know, didn't care about relationships. Once I got an abundance mindset, you know, it'll be a girl next week, it'll be a girl. So unless God just send me a good woman my way, I am complete. That's actually before I even got on my purpose, to be quite honest with you. That just means when I developed the abundance mindset of that, it'll always be another girl. So what the fuck I'm worried about? All right, guys. So that's with that, guys. But getting back to the first point, guys, how to get a woman obsessed with you. Always rely on your intrinsic values, not your superficial values. You're never going to get a woman obsessed with you with superficial values. All right, like the video, comment down below what you guys want to see next. Holla back.